A very good afternoon. You're watching Lunchtime News on TV1. I'm Michaela Fernando. Before we head into more news in detail, here's a look at headlines.
Manoj Sirisena to fill the late Chandrasiri Gajadhira's seat in Parliament. UPFA nominate Shanta Bandara again to national list in Parliament. Asgiri Mahanayaka requests police chief to conduct investigation on assault on novice monks. LPTA Pradeshya Sabha postal elections on the 27th of September. Trump willing to meet again with North Korean leader.
Taking a look at your top local story, former Southern Province Minister Manoj Sirisena was named to the parliamentary seat left vacant following the demise of Mathura District UPFA MP Chandrasiri Gajadhira. The National Elections Commission made the announcement by an extraordinary gazette. Accordingly, Manoj Sirisena would serve as a Member of Parliament with effect from yesterday. UPFA General Secretary Mahinda Amaravira said the name of Shanta Bandara was included again to the national list position left vacant following the resignation of Shanta Bandara. His name would be announced by gazette in the future. The acceptance of applications for postal voting of public servants for the LPTA Pradeshya Sabha will end today. The National Elections Commission said applications can be forwarded to the Galle District Secretariat within the day. The ballot papers for the LPTA Pradeshya Sabha election have already been delivered to the Galle District Secretariat. The National Elections Commission announced the postal voting for the LPTA Pradeshya Sabha will take place on the 27th of September. The Binara Full Moon Poya Day falls today.
The Binara Poya Day holds special significance for Buddhists across the globe for numerous reasons, including the beginning of the Bhikkhuni Sasanaya. It was on Binara Full Moon Poya that Mahaprajapati Gautami, with 500 wives of princes, requested the Blessed One of the third time be allowed to enter the order. Following an intervention of Ananda Thero, Lord Buddha gave permission to Mahaprajapati Gautami on condition that she would accept the 8 great conditions. Devotees across the island engaged in religious observances today to mark Binara Full Moon Poya Day. A Sri Sambuddha Puja took place this afternoon at the Shakya Malakya, located opposite the head office premises of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited. This year, the deed was supported by Lanka Private Limited, a subsidiary of the Capital Maharaja Organisation.
The final Randoli Perahera of the annual Perahera of the historic Mahiyanganiya Raja Mahaviharya will parade the streets tonight.
The Perahera will commence at the auspicious time of 9:23 p.m. The Sinharaja Tusker from the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic will carry the casket during this year's Perahera. The annual Asala Maha Perahera of the historic Bulletin Maha Saman Devalaya in Balanguda last night paraded the streets for the third day. The Perehara commenced at the auspicious time of 11 p.m. under the patronage of the Basnayaka Nilame of the Devalaya, Sisira Jinendra. The annual Asala Maha Perehara of the Galin Bindanuava Hurula Kataragama Maha Devalaya paraded the streets last night. The ceremony drew to a close following the water cutting rituals this morning.
In more local news, the Mahanayaka of the Askeri chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Ratanathera, in a letter to the acting IGP, requested for a proper investigation onto the incident where 2 novice monks were assaulted in Horupatana. Mahanayaka of the Askeri chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Ratanathera, requested the police chief to take measures to ensure such incidents do not take place in the future. The Mahanayaka pointed out the incident in question had caused discomfort to the Bhikkhu community and the entire Buddhist community. Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Ratanathera went on to note, if there are issues relating to novice monks, it is the responsibility of the bhikkhus to direct them on the correct path, and it is not the duty of the layman. He added it is the duty and responsibility of the layman to inform a senior monk of any wrongdoing committed by a novice monk. Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Ratanathera added thereafter the chief incumbents and the Sangha Sabha would take appropriate disciplinary action. A Dhamma school building at the Sri Dharmarama Historic Raja Mahaviharya in Ratmalana was declared open yesterday. Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Minister Sajith Premadasa, declared open this new building, which was constructed under the Sisudaham program with 4 million rupees in funding from the Central Cultural Fund.
There are certain things I observe within our society and political culture, and they are envy, anger, hatred, and hypocrisy. Talented individuals are deprived of opportunities due to personal issues. If one sees a very talented individual making progress, he becomes a target in the worst possible way. This is a distinctive feature in our country's political culture. The fact as to whether the suitable individual is given the right place in our society is a big question. Politicians are born not to improve their personal lifestyle, but to work towards developing our country, to create an era of development. Some think a politician profession revolves around the prosperity of that politician and his family. A politician's profession should be the most tiring and sleep-deprived profession. As a people's representative, as a representative of my motherland, the 6.2 million families and 22 million citizens, I, Sajith Premadasa, am prepared to sacrifice and work hard for the general public.
Sajith Premadasa දැන් ලෑස්ති කියන එක මේ අවස්ථාවේ.
In more local news, a new bus depot was declared open in Batticaloa yesterday. The event was held under the auspices of the Minister of Megapolis and Western Development, Patali Champika Ranavaka. The project cost the government a sum of 65 million rupees.
The Western Province experienced development with a port and airport. The same development can be achieved in the Eastern Province with a better international port. We have the Trincomalee harbour and we need to develop it. We need to construct an international airport and link it with Calcutta, Dhaka, Yunnan, Kunming, Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok. If we open our doors, this province will be a powerful economic nerve. The objective of our urban development plan is to open a development corridor from Walachene to Batticaloa and Trincomalee to Kurunegala. We want to develop this province just like we did it with the Western Province. In addition, the Trincomalee-Batticaloa road would be developed to meet the standard of Gaul Road and uplift this area to an urban zone.
ඒ වගේම මේ තිරිකුණාමල මඩකලපු මාර්ගය ගාලු පාර වගේ දියුණු නාගරික කලාපයක් කරන්න.
The governor of the Northwestern Province, Peshala Jayaratna, convened a media briefing yesterday.
If the SLFP is presenting a candidate, it should be none other than President Maithripala Sirisena. We are yet to decide whether to put forward a presidential candidate from our party or for which party to support. What is important for us is our country, not individuals.
සාමාන්‍ය එකම දෙයක් දෙකට කරුණාම මේ දෙකේ
When one thing splits into two, it still shows similarities. When you look at the membership of both, there are those who attend meetings by the SLFP and the SLPP. What call for is for a merger. However, there needs to be an understanding among both sides. Some who have not understood this are using the power of their voices and muscles to engage in politics. They assume it will secure victory for their party. If a coalition is to be formed, there needs to be mutual respect. If not, how can there be a coalition?
සමානව එකිනෙකාට ගරු කරන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් කොහොමද සන්දානයක් හදන්නේ?
If the SLFP contests separately, we can show the voter base we possess. However, they are just not 500,000. We have merged with those who can get 1 million to 1.5 million votes. Some leaders in the SLPP do not have a voter base, but they remain as leaders. That is why they act beyond their capacity. One can say whatever he wants, but they need to bear in mind they have the freedom to do so, because the SLFP leader was elected president.
The 6 people arrested for shooting and injuring 2 police officers in Akurasa and stealing 2 T-56 assault rifles from the Panadura North police station were remanded until the 25th of September. The suspects were then produced to the acting magistrate of Mathura last evening, and thereafter the remand order was given. Among the suspects are 2 soldiers attached to the Sri Lanka army camp in Panadura. The 3 suspects believed to have been involved in opening fire at the police officers will be produced in an identification parade as well. Let's now take a look at more local news in brief.
A student was injured in an accident that took place opposite the South Havur Tamil School on the Norelia Hatton Main Road. The student was knocked down by a lorry travelling towards Balangoda. The driver of the lorry was arrested in suspicion. Police arrested a man in Balangoda, Ratnapura, along with a locally manufactured firearm. The arrested individual, who is 46 years of age, is due to be produced before the Balangoda acting magistrate. Lanka Star Awards, the annual event to recognize excellence in packaging, was held in Colombo last evening. The awards ceremony is instituted by the Sri Lanka Institute of Packaging and aims to increase interest in improving packaging standards in Sri Lanka. Tough Lime Limited bagged the Lanka Star Merit Award 2019 corporate for the Emona brand.